Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy Hall.
Intention. I love to start these out with intention. My intention for this time we are together is really to bring you to clarity, enlightenment on where you're at, where you want to be, and get you in that right direction. It's also to get you the most amount of transformation in the smallest period of time in which you're open enough to allow. You're a very open person, which is why I chose you to come on. So I believe that this is going to be a powerful, transformative session. And as far as your intention, if I could give you one thing that could allow for the biggest shift in your life, what would that one thing be?
Well, I think the shift that I'm looking for is that I keep repeating the same patterns that I've been in for a long time. So the biggest shift would be to stop those patterns essentially, because I have tried a lot of different ways to address them. And despite my efforts to take different avenues, do different things, change my ways of approaching, I still am repeating those same patterns.
Okay, so let's go into a little bit of those patterns. Looking specifically at if you think about all the men you've been with, all the romantic partners, I want you to gather me a list of their common characteristics. Let's look into that pattern. Who are these men you're attracting?
I think from the result is from my perspective is that they're emotionally unavailable or maybe avoidant sometimes, especially in like the last maybe 10 years, not equal partners.
Anything else?
Um,
What tends to be their common toxic traits?
really selfishness, self-centeredness, but that's also part of my perspective because it's not matched. So I don't, they may not be that way with other people, but with me, there's like a definite, from what I can see or feel, that there's like a selfishness that goes along with that.
Like you're giving, 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 and not receiving.
Well, giving and then not being matched, or if I change if I change the way that I give, then there's not a filling in of that. It's like an avoidance type of thing, or because I'm also okay with selfishness. I think that everybody on some level needs a healthy independence. And I try to, in those spaces, let people be who they are. I'm not interested in changing people, but I think that within the relationship, because of who I am and maybe some of my life, it can create pressure on the other person. So that also leads to like a avoidant way of being, and that can also be seen as selfish.
Mhm.
Because not every partner is not a giving partner. They've been very, I wouldn't say generous, but maybe another trait would be like a breadcrumbing type of person, like very little effort and kind of like a breadcrumbing, and then I fill in the blanks or get excited. So a lot of it comes back to me where I can see my emotional availability, or too available, too excited and dysregulated when it comes to like even a small amount of effort or attention.
Yeah, almost like a desperation, like a desperate energy.
I don't know about desperation, but just definitely like limerence and becoming obsessive. So, like, the person may not feel the same way, but I'm reading into even small cues as bigger cues. Like maybe this person's just being nice to me, and I'm like, oh my God, they're in love with me.
Mm, yeah.
So very, very, and I take responsibility for that because that's my part of accepting things that are not equal to what I give and
Right.
having an equal partner.
Yes, that's the beauty of doing your inner work. You see a lot of your own stuff because everything is just a reflection of that energy we have towards ourselves. Okay, so let's go inside of this.
And I can add one more. I wouldn't, I'm
Okay.
using the word, but like the gaslighting thing, sometimes like you know, I notice that with these partners, maybe they are hiding things from me. And then that triggers my anxious attachment. So like maybe they'll lie about something very small and then I become like hyper vigilant. And so there are layers of gaslighting, and some of them are very direct, like weird lies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then that also triggers me very much. And sometimes, like, the result of that is not a healthy environment. It becomes toxic, or I become very hyper vigilant and almost too get too involved, obsessed, and read like very like, oh, well, and the flip side of that is sometimes it's my instincts, and a lot of the time I'm quote right, but I don't know if that's a self-fulfilling prophecy and I'm like doing it to myself and creating that, or if that's just my instincts and I'm overriding it in hope that they're telling the truth and that the relationship's okay instead of walking at the first time that happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I got plenty to go on.
Okay.
So I want you to become very relaxed. So I want you to make your spine nice and straight. I want you to, if you have shoes or even socks, they're off. Perfect. So,
I'm cross-legged sitting in a chair.
okay. So it's best if you have your feet flat on the ground because then you get that nice grounding energy coming up from through the feet if you can. But whatever way's comfortable, spine straight. I want you to see your spine is perfectly stacked. That's right. And I want you to, if you're crossed, actually, you said your legs are crossed. Actually want you to be uncrossed. So no arms crossed, no legs crossed. We want you to be as open as possible. And just connect to your breath. That's right. Connect to your breath and allow it to each breath to become slower. And I want you to just follow it in and out, just connecting to it. As you breathe in, you to allow the love in. And as you exhale out, I want you to see your muscles relaxing and just surrendering to this moment. That's right. We're getting the logical mind out of the way. So as the thoughts come in, I want you to just put them in the back seat and say, we'll get to you later. Just allow them to get in the back seat. Close your eyes, and I want you to go deep inside of your body. I want you to notice and become aware of the earth rising up to support you under your sit bones, under your feet. I want you to feel her support coming up, rising up to hold you in this moment. That's right. And I want you to become aware above your head is a big ball of energy, a healing, relaxing, peaceful ball of energy right above your head. And I'm going to have you go ahead and give this bubble a color, whatever color feels healing and loving to you. What color would that be? Blue?
Gold.
Gold. Beautiful. So I want you to connect to that gold bubble right above your head. See, sense, feel that golden energy bubble. And I want you to allow it to come down, move down, to melt down your body through the top of your head. With each breath that you take and each beat of your heart, I want you to allow it to go deeper and deeper as it moves down your body, through the top of your head, filling your brain, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, your jaw with this golden, beautiful healing bubble, this healing energy as it moves down your throat, opening up your throat chakra, opening up, opening up as it moves down. I want you to feel each and every cell opening to receiving on the deepest layer. You can see this as the cells opening and allowing this golden energy to absolutely penetrate each cell. And as it does, see it dissolving any shadows, any dark spots. I want you to see this golden energy literally shining a light on those dark shadows and dissolving them, resolving them with so much ease and grace and flow. As it moves down to your heart center, I want you to allow it to open up the heart. I want you to tell yourself and all the cells of your body that it's safe, good, and right for you to allow this peaceful, loving, healing energy to come in. That's right. As it moves from your shoulders down your arms to your elbows, wrists, and your fingertips. As it moves to your heart center, I want you to see it opening up the heart, allowing this beautiful energy to come in, come in, come in with so much gratitude. As it moves to every organ, every muscle, every tissue, every strand of DNA, all the way down to your epigenetics. As it clears and aligns you to the highest version of yourself that's available to you right now. Moving down your abdomen, down your back to your hips, filling each organ, each blood cell. That's right, with so much ease. Allowing it to move down to your knees, all the way down to your tippy toes. And as you take a deep breath in, and exhale out this golden energy to create a ball all around your body. That's right. Expand it out like a big ball all around your body, completely covering your auric field. And then take another deep breath out and expand this golden energy out to fill the room you're in. And expand it out once again as you breathe in. Exhale out, filling your entire home, your entire block, your entire city, your entire country, your entire world with this golden, beautiful, healing, loving energy. Feel it going deeper, deeper, deeper on a cellular level. That's right. Going even deeper to the deepest layer available right now. And as long as you're in this golden energy bubble, you're protected, you're loved, you're safe. Now I want you to turn your attention inward, deep inside, to the core of your body, to the very core of your being. And I want you to turn your attention, your focus back to that conversation we were having earlier about these men that you attract, these emotionally unavailable, avoidant men. And I want you to look inside your body and actually feel the emotions that you have when you're in these relationships in their most toxic form. And I want you to recognize there's a place in your body where these emotions stem from originally. Take your hand and place it on that area. First impression. That's right. What color is it? First impression.
The tan,
A
like
tan
brown.
color. Tan brown color. Perfect. I want you to go all the way into that tan brown color in your neck on the right side.
Like a rock.
It's like a rock. Okay. I want you to penetrate that rock. Go all the way to the very center of it and notice, recognize, and see. Experience that there is a projection coming out from that tan color in your neck. It's projecting out a screen, a big screen projecting out from your body from this area. I want you to allow that screen to get very, very, very clear. So clear till you can recognize that this is the very first time you've experienced these emotions, the very first memory you have of experiencing these emotions. As you allow that screen to get clearer and clearer, I want you to allow that image to just pop up naturally. It'll be the first image that you see. Let me know when you've got it. You got it?
It keeps going backwards.
It's going back and back and back in
Mhm.
time.
So I
Okay.
see like different parts of the feeling of when I was like in my teens or in my, like in my 20s and just the different relationships in my adulthood.
Well, I want you to let it take you back to the very
Yeah.
first time
I'm
you felt
I'm
these emotions.
yeah, and then it goes further back into like my teenage and then it goes back into like maybe 8 or 9 and then
Hmm.
the emotional part of being a little bit younger. I'm not sure what age, but um definitely like having the thoughts and the feelings of like not being protected in a way
Hmm.
or
I
not
want,
being different, being apart from my family a lot.
and let me know when you get back to the very first time you feel it. If you could follow that all the way back as it's guiding you back in time to the very first time that these emotions appeared in your experience in this lifetime, or perhaps before.
I think definitely, I mean, I see the little me of like being 6 or so having these feelings come up.
Okay, let's go to 6 or 7. I want you to tune into 6 or 7, and I want you to allow for a picture to come up, this picture associated to these emotions of not being protected. And I want you to take me to the very first scene of feeling not protected. You got it? Should be a specific memory that pops up.
I don't know if it's like I just remember being in a like a van. There's nothing happening, but just being in a van.
Hmm.
It's like gray.
Are you with anyone in this gray van?
No.
You're alone. And you're
Yeah.
about 6 or 7?
Maybe a little younger, but yeah, 6, 7.
Okay. What else do you recognize or notice about this picture, this image?
There's no, I mean, there's nobody else there.
Yeah, but can you describe the van at all besides the fact that it was gray?
It's
Where are you
gray. Well,
sitting in the
inside
van?
it's gray. It's inside, it's open. There's like no seats. It's like an open van.
Hmm.
There's like a small, like it's like I can see it. It's like a minivan.
Hmm.
And there's books and it's like a playpen.
Mm. Do you get a sense of what's happening in this van?
So I'm alone.
Hmm. I want you to see that bubble around your 6 or 7-year-old self sitting in this van. And I actually want you to move inside of that bubble that she's in. And I actually want you to feel what she's feeling right here in this moment. You could set your hand down. I want you to go into her bubble. I want you to feel for her. I want you to look into her eyes and I want you to tell her that you've come all the way back in time to be with her in this moment, to feel these emotions for her, recognizing she's been feeling them a long time. And you came back to take these emotions on for her, to feel them for her, and to move them out of her system. So I want you to feel into this bubble. What is she feeling right here in this moment?
Like lonely, sad, and lonely, and not like wanting a friend,
What else is she feeling?
abandoned,
Hmm.
frustrated.
What is she frustrated about?
That there's not that there's just that there's not like a lot of kid time. It's like being left alone. So there's nothing to play. There's no play. It's
Hmm.
like play on your own by yourself. No kids.
So
Nobody
she
else around.
she wants other kids
Other
to play with.
kids to play with.
Hmm. What else is she feeling in this moment?
Lost. Like when is it gonna end?
And
These
what do
are
you
hard words, but like devalued, not being like valued as a daughter, as a part of a family.
mm.
like a burden.
She believes she's a burden.
Yeah.
What else is she believing about herself?
There's no room to be a kid.
What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
But the caretakers don't care. They don't
What,
really care if she's alone or frustrated or
so she believes that they don't care about her or
yeah,
care for her. What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
kind of lonely. The same loneliness, like just I don't know if it's a belief, but that like just to go read or listen to like a Walkman and just kind of zone out and listen to the same thing over and over because you
Mhm.
only have so much.
What else is she believing about herself right here in this moment?
And she doesn't matter. There's just more important things that need to be done than playing with her with me.
Do you get a sense why she feels like she doesn't matter and she's not valued and that she's a burden?
Her needs are ignored. She's being ignored. Things are more important. Other things are more important. Work is more important.
Where,
Going places.
where did she get these ideas from, these beliefs from? Work is more important?
Definitely, the care, all the caretakers, family.
hmm This is the time where you get to look deep in her eyes, connect with her on the deepest level. Whatever emotions come up, allow them to move out and through you, knowing that these emotions are sitting in you and have been sitting in you a very long time, for she is you and you are her. And as it's kind of like threading a needle, we're going to move through that color until it's completely dissolved, resolved, because that color is just emotions. Emotions that this little girl has been holding on to, beliefs that she's been holding on to. And I want you to go ahead and we're going to start plucking those beliefs out one by one. So I want you to look at her and I want you to tell her that she is not a burden, that she is not a burden, that she is so very, very important, that she came here for a purpose and a reason that they couldn't see, they didn't know because everyone else was just stuck in their own pain. And guess what? On the moment of conception, all of her dad's DNA, all of her mom's DNA became hers. All of their shame, their guilt, all of their pain, all of their unhealed trauma became hers. She inherited it. It got plopped on her lap. It was not right and it was not fair. But guess what? She has the one that came here to dissolve this pain once and for all. She's dissolving the lineage. So I want you to look deep in her eyes and I want you to tell her how fucking important she is. That she is a brilliant, bright light. They couldn't see it because the pain they were experiencing it. But you came to dissolve that pain for them. That you're the light, that you are so important, that you came all the way back for this little girl to feel this pain for her because you know she's in pain. And you're the one that's going to be her hero. You're going to take this pain from her. You're going to take all these wonky beliefs from her one by one. That's right. She is no burden. She is cared for so deeply. I want you to tell her that she is the most important person in your life, that she is the most important person to you. And you're going to love her and you're going to give her everything that she needed from them that they couldn't give her because they were in too much pain. Go deep, scoop her up in your arms and hold her. She needed someone and you're going to be that someone. Hold her. Tell her that everything's going to be all right, that she's safe, that she's loved to the very core of her being. She is so very loved, that she is not alone, that she's never been alone. In fact, she came into this lifetime and into this lineage with a whole bunch of help, not physical beings, but angels, a whole team, a whole guidance team available. Allow her to see them now. Allow her to see all the lineage, all those in physical and non physical surrounding her, cheering her on, saying, yes, you've come to free The lineage, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let her see all of them. That's right. Let her feel all the power that's backed all of them, because she actually came as the hero into this story, didn't she? Let her see it. Let her feel it. Let her feel that golden power radiating and pulsing in her being, moving out from her. Let her see her power now. Let her know that all that shit that she went through served a great purpose. It woke her up to the power that she is. And she's no longer going to play small. No. I want you to install the new beliefs. Darling, you are so powerful. Look at all this beautiful golden energy pulsing. Don't hold it down. Don't choke it down. As you emote these emotions, you're freeing them from your system, from her system. The tears are a blessing, releasing those negative ions from your field and from her field. Let them come. Let them be emoted and let them move through you. You cannot heal it until you feel it. And I want you to allow this pulsating golden energy to move out from her. And I want her to see, as this whole entourage of non-physical is cheering her on, I want you to allow her to see it and feel it to the very core of who she is. Ah, this is who I am. This is why I had to endure all this. This is the reason for the pain. It's letting me know what I came here for. It's letting me know who I really am. I'm so grateful for the pain. And now I get to move it out of the lineage forevermore, so that all that comes after me, the rippling of this golden energy, it all gets to be because I came to do this inner work. And I'm shifting the world through this work. I want you to tell her how much she matters. I want you to tell her how important she is. I want you to tell her there's nothing that she has to do, but just by being here, by just coming in, she's doing it all because it's who she's being. That by doing this inner work, she's clearing trauma, drama, not just for her lineage, but for the entire world. I want you to see how it's rippling out from her powerful golden energy. That's right. And I want you to tell her that this golden energy is who she is. It's her birthright. And from here on out, she's going to hold this line, hold this power, hold this energy, that it is hers. And that anytime she feels lonely or scared, that all she has to do is link up, that all she has to do is imagine this golden energy around her, and it's fueling everything in her life. Everything she touches turns to gold because of this new energy, because of these new beliefs that you're installing right here and now. I want you to literally see yourself pulling from her all those old beliefs that no longer serve. You're pulling them from her, and you're installing these new ones. And you're doing that via this energy bubble. You're swapping them. You're saying, I'm taking this tan energy and I'm swapping it with this golden energy. And it's representative of these new beliefs that you're going to hold from here on out. That's right. And I want you to shrink her down to the size of a postage stamp or smaller. That's right, shrink her. And I want you to scoop her up in your hands, and I want you to place her inside of your heart. Scoop her up, literally scoop her in your hands physically. And I want you to scoop and place her in your heart. Physically reach out with your hands. Place her in your heart. I can't see. Are you doing it? Take a deep breath and connect to her right there in the center of your heart. And this way she can communicate to you anytime she needs to. This way, the connection is so very close that anytime you see that golden bubble, you feel her. You're empowering her. You're telling her, I'm here with you. I'm loving you. I'm reminding you of who you really are. From that place, I want you to pop in your mind's eye about 30 feet above that van. Right there where your 6 or 7-year-old self was, I want you to pop about 30 feet above. I want you to look down and I want you to see that golden bubble, but she's not in there because she's inside of you. That's right. And I want you to come all the way back in time, move all the way back in time to the present. And as you do, I want you to look down and I want you to see all that tan outline structures dissolving, resolving with so much ease and grace and flow. I want you to see them crumbling. And I want you to see in their place these golden structures. That's right, the new structure from this new timeline that you're setting right now. I want you to see all the old structures dissolving in the light of this bright golden light. That's right. And as you see you, as you're moving through time and you're seeing you, I want you to see how everything shifted. All the timelines shifted to match this new golden energy. That's right. Moving all the way back 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now. And I want you to pause right above the present timeline. And I want you to look down in your mind's eye and see you sitting there in that chair right now. And I want you to make your way down. That's right. Make your way down to bringing all these aspects of yourself back in the body. So I want you to see that moon roof at the top of your head opening up to receiving all these different aspects of you. To this new timeline, to this new grid, we're embodying it right here and now. So I want you to bring it down through the top of your head to your shoulders, filling your arms, filling your heart center, aligning all these different parts of yourself with this golden energy into the body. And as it does, I want you to feel it on a cellular level going deeper, 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 allowing it to penetrate your field in every single way, bringing in the new grids, the new structures, and the new timeline to match this work that you just did here and now. Take a deep breath in, locking it in, energizing the body with this new bright, brilliant, golden bubble. That's right, radiating, pulsating with this powerful you, this powerful you that you choose to be from all those new beliefs, these new beliefs that you set up, owning your power, knowing what you came here to do, allowing for the new grids and the new systems to align, recode, recalibrate. Taking a deep breath in, coming back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, rotating your neck, opening your eyes when you're ready. How do you feel?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you
I feel
feel
like
good?
I need a nap.
I know we just moved a lot of energy, didn't we? Do you
Yeah.
feel like you need a sound healing bath?
Something like that. And maybe a nap before even. But
Really?
well, I feel good. I feel like I definitely need to communicate more with those parts of myself that I know are still struggling. But this was a good start to rebuild trust.
That's exactly what it does. It rebuilds trust. Anything that you saw for yourself that kind of surprised you?
There were just a lot of memories. I think that there, like, for my personal story, like just memories of like those moments of maybe even when I was that young and doing this now, that I knew that a bigger me would be taking care of me. So maybe like that timeline also, even if it starts now, was also kind of then, and knowing that there were bigger things happening energetically.
What I think could
A
be
lot of
very,
memories too.
yeah, what I think could be very helpful, because as you rewatch this back, you're probably going to get a lot more out of it, because
Sure.
we tuned into the emotions that you feel in your relationships. And then the memory that pops up is you being alone. This happens in almost every one of my sessions because it's a command. Command is a limiting belief that is so firmly impressed upon your subconscious mind that it's playing out to this day because it's a deep seated belief that you're unaware of. So these are the ones that you get to really look at. The I'm alone. I'm a burden. They don't care about me. Her needs don't matter. How often do you feel that way?
A lot,
Yeah,
especially within relationship,
right. So they're commands
more
that you get to
especially
look
in
at.
relationship,
What?
more like especially in relationship, because then it becomes like, I think on my own, I'm usually capable and address my own needs and make sure I'm taken care of. It's relating with somebody else where my needs don't become a priority, or the other person becomes overwhelmed by that and becomes
Well,
avoid
because you believe at the
or I
core
get
of your being,
anxious.
you believe at the core of your being that you're a burden.
Yeah.
So that's why you attract that in your life. So the power in knowing these beliefs, this is what changed my life. When I found my commands, I went, ah, no wonder for
Yeah.
all my relationships. So if you believe like I do in my command that I'm unlovable, it reflects in every one of my relationships. You tell me you love me, now I can't trust you because I'm unlovable, right? So when we can find the beliefs and say, oh, this makes so much sense why I did this in that relationship and sabotage this, and you get to look at those without judgment. That's the biggest thing. You can't judge yourself because you adopted those beliefs. They didn't come from you. If we were to track it back, what I do with my clients when I work with them is we track them back to the beginning. Obviously, this is just step one in your journey. We get as far as we can in one session. I work with my clients over the course of at least 12 weeks. So what we're trying to do is track it back to the core, and it is almost never the really deep-seated ones. It's almost never in this lifetime. It goes back either on from mom and dad's side, comes down the track. So you cannot judge yourself. You cannot look with contempt at your own eyes. You get to look from a neutral place of, oh, isn't this interesting? No wonder this played out this way in my life and this way in my life. Because I immediately see yourself judging you. You got to stop doing that. Nothing has gone wrong. You're absolutely perfect. All this has been set up for you to clear the lineage. That's what you came here to do. At least one thing. But from that place, everything is. When you learn how to shift your beliefs, you just like I took you through today, those beliefs have been shifted forevermore. That connection to that golden energy, that's going to be your key to breaking through some very big walls that you have around your heart. You had to survive the family of origin, therefore, you put up these walls. And incrementally, like what I do with my clients, we incrementally take the bricks off, take the bricks off, take the bricks off. It's work because you had to learn how to protect yourself. That little girl had to protect herself, and she learned the ways to do it. So I don't want you to be mean or harsh to her. I want you to give her so much love and compassion because she's still inside of you and still, suffering in some ways, but we get to let her be seen. We get to let her be heard, and we get to let her be felt on the deepest level. And when she gets that, I promise you, you are going to start to attract the most brilliant kind of love into your life because you're going to be like, damn, I'm so fucking important. And you're going to attract only people that see that in you. They're like, man, this girl radiates. She is a freaking goddess. She's a freaking queen. They're going to feel that. You're not even going to say one word. They're going to feel that pulse from your innermost self. It's going to be like electrifying people. You're going to electrocute them in the best way. And they're going to want more and more and more. That's all anything ever is. It's just energy. And what is energy? Just a bunch of beliefs radiating in our field. It's that simple. So you get to let this girl know how special and wonderful she is. Because, man, I felt it. When I connected to her, I felt it. She is powerful. I want you to feel that.
Thank
I think maybe you need to do some crying today, my love. I've really felt you just holding it back. And I get it when you're on, you know, when you feel like you're being watched like this, maybe. And oftentimes with my clients, they have to build a trust with me too. So sometimes we don't get that much, that as deep in the first as we do in the second or third. So that's okay too. But I want you to just give yourself the time and space to let it out, because as you cry, you're releasing the pain that you've been holding on to a very long time. I want you to see it literally as, that whatever dark color you see it as, whatever it comes out, I want you to see it passing out of your system. Emotions, energy and motion. let it move out of the body so it can be dissolved, resolved out of your field completely. Yep. So I hope this was valuable to you. I so appreciate you coming on and giving me your heart and letting me take a glimpse into your beautiful little child self. It was absolutely beautiful. If you would like to go any deeper, you could let me know. If you have anyone that you think could benefit from this work, send them my way. They obviously have to be like you on their inner journey, but anyone that you could see benefiting from this, I would so appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes. Drink lots of water today. Cry, do what you need, and enjoy that sound healing bath.
That'll be good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Caleb, have a good day.
You too.
Bye.